Okay, we're back, everybody. Okay, what we got here is our topping. I went ahead and took the melted butter out and put it in the bowl, and with it we added the brown sugar and the pecans and the golden raisins, and you mix it all up and it comes into like a crumbly like this, because this is what we're going to sprinkle on top. We're going to sprinkle that on top of the um, crumb cake. And then the sweet potatoes, I mixed them up in the mixer. And yes, the consistency is thin. See, it's rich, but you know, it's kind of thin, but it's okay. We haven't even got the flour in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this into the flour. So there's no more mixing. I just needed to mix these up. Then we're going to fold everything in. The pineapple, the sugar, and I did put, I want to let you know too, I did add 2 tablespoons of sugar in the sweet potato mix, okay? Because you can go along the way and taste it as you go, and it might need a little more sugar, even though this has the syrup, the heavy syrup in it. But for the sweet potato itself, just to give it a little, so you can actually taste the sweet potato. You know what I mean? You want to taste the pineapple too, both of them. So let's just go ahead and I did add some lemon juice in there too. Just not even about a teaspoon. I'm gonna put the measurements up there for you, but I did add that into the sweet potato. Okay, I did add that in there. And the cinnamon, I said that I had put it in the flour, but I also put it in here in the sweet potato. I put it in there as well, and my allspice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and this is the half and half and the whipping cream. Okay, and just in case this is not enough, a cup, we have some over here. But this is only the half and half by itself over here, just in case. But we're going to see how the consistency goes, to see if it needs any more or not. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we've got our canola oil over here too, because everything's in here. So the first thing we're going to add in here in the flour, you want to make a little hole, like a little whale in there, because we're kind of like folding everything in now. So we just kind of move it like that. So the first thing would be is the sweet potato. Okay, so the mix, and like I said, you see the consistency here? See it? Where it's thin, but it should thicken up. And it should thicken up with this flour in here, because we're adding more. We got to add the pineapple in here, and it has its juice too, but it's okay. If, like I said, when you go along the way, a little here, a little there, if it's not enough, you know what we can do. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the sugar, and I'll put the measurements up, but I said I had only 2/3 of a cup. Not only, that's a lot, but we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put it in there. Just if we do need more, we'll put more. So what we're doing is we're kind of folding it like this in there. Okay, we're not like mixing really hard or anything. Now you see how the sweet potato, see how it's just getting totally thick? So when the juices from the pineapple get in there, that'll thin that out. Okay? And then when we get the milk in, it's going to thin it out a little bit more. But this is what it looks like so far. See? That's what it looks like. Kind of like a cake batter kind of thing. But, like a thicker one. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add the pineapple. Now, it's in its own juice. There's not like a whole lot of juice that comes out, but see, there's some of it right there. So we're going to have a whole cup of that. And even if we need more of that, but you have to just test and see, what exactly a recipe needs. See, just fold that pineapple in there. Ooh, see, look at that. Okay, I'm going to put our oil in there too. Okay. Alright. And that, I'm pretty sure that was 1/3 cup of the oil. And like I said, you guys can use your vegetable oil too. You know, it's okay. You can use that. It's a crumb cake, like a cake. So yeah, you know, you can do that. So we're going to put that in there. All of it in there. Yeah, mix it up. We're still kind of folding. Okay, see? Now I want to show you guys this consistency here so you'll know. Okay, see? Kind of thick. Okay, we have to put our milk in. So our milk is half and half, you know, and the whipping cream. So it's going to be sweet. So we may not even need a whole cup. So you could probably want to do this as you go. Put a little bit at a time. And I didn't tell you about the eggs. I did put 2 eggs inside with the sweet potato, because the crumb cake calls for 1 egg, and the 2 cups of sweet potato call for 1 egg too. So I just beated the egg together and put it inside the mix, the sweet potato. Okay, now, you see? See, look at the consistency now. See it now? Yeah. So we can add some more. Yep. That's the pineapple. It's crushed pineapple, by the way. It's crushed. But there's like chunks in it. But that's good. You want to taste that. You kind of want to taste that. And the sweet potato. So let's go ahead and put some more milk. I think that would be, yeah. So we're not going to, so if that was a cup, we're probably going to have to go with the 1/2 cup of this whipping cream and half and half. Yeah, because I said it together, both of them made a cup. I think that might be, well, you know, you just kind of test along the way here and just kind of guess if this would be, well, maybe you could put some more. Maybe it does call for just what I have here. I'm just trying to get it to, you know, that consistency. That's what you want. And then we did use like 2 cups of flour. So it's not like we used 1.5 cup to make the crumb cake by itself. So we got the sweet potato in here, and we got pineapple in here. So we have added ingredients. I think it'd be good to just put the rest of the whole cup. See, but that's what you have to do along the way, just to make sure you want that consistency right. And then you're going to put it in a pan, like a 9x5 like this. And this is good. Our brown sugar and our golden raisins, our pecans. Oh boy. And I do spray, even though it has the oil in it and everything, I still non-stick spray. I still spray it in there. And like all my cakes, everything, you know, when you're making something that you just want it to come perfectly out of the pan. Now, I think that's it, guys. So we're going to give it a couple of more swirls and put it in. And you put it in a 350-degree oven, and I would say, I want to say 35 minutes, but like I said, I'll put those measurements up there for you. Okay, so now we got it kind of thin and thick. Okay, but that's the way we want it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. You make sure you got your non-stick spray in there. Go ahead and pour it in. Okay. And what we do with those nuts and the raisins, we sprinkle that on top. Okay. 350-degree oven. That's what we're going to do. 350-degree. Hold on. Make sure you have your gloves on, because it's, you know, and then you want to, yeah. Okay, now here is our topping. Okay, let's sprinkle it all on, and you definitely want to go all on in the corners. You know, you might want to do that first in those corners, all up here. Okay, and here, and let's get some over here. Just make sure you get it all over there, because when it cooks, but then you know, when it does cook, it's gonna have some open parts of the mixture, the mixture too. You don't want to just cover it up completely. You want it to kind of do that, like for appearance too, you know. Let's see how it looks, guys. Okay, check it out. Can you guys see? Look at that. Okay, so like I said, we're 350 degree oven, and like I said, I'll check after 30 minutes. I'll check and stick a toothpick in there, and if it comes out clean, we know it's done. But it might have a little moisture in it. It's okay because it's the sweet potatoes in there. But it'll be done though. It'll be done. So stay tuned. If you guys are going to stick around with me, we'll see how it looks when it comes out. So we'll be back shortly. Stay with me.